Big Anthony and the Magic Ring. Story and pictures by Tomie dePaola. Wintertime was very quiet in the little town of Calabria where Stregononia, Grandma Witch, and her helper Big Anthony lived. People came to Stregononia to help them solve their troubles. Big Anthony did his chores and tried to behave himself. And every morning, Bambilonia, the baker's daughter, came to deliver the bread. One day the sun began to shine a little brighter, the birds began to sing a little sweeter, and the flowers began to bloom everywhere. Spring had come, and Big Anthony began to drag his feet. "Anthony," said Stregononia, "whatever is the matter? You're sleeping late, your chores are half done, and every time I look at you, you're gazing into space and sighing." "Oh, Stregononia, I don't know what's wrong with me," said Big Anthony. "Everything in my head is fuzzy." "I think you have spring fever," said Stregononia. "What you need is a little nightlife. Why don't you go to the village dance tonight? It would perk you up." Big Anthony sighed again. "The village seems so far away," he said, "and anyway, who would dance with me?" "Bambilonia, the baker's daughter, would," said Stregononia. "Why don't you ask her when she brings the bread?" "Who?" asked Big Anthony, for in truth he'd never really noticed her. When supper was finished and Stregononia was straightening up her cupboard, she suddenly stopped and asked to herself, a little nightlife. That's not a bad idea. It's been quite a while since I went to the village and danced the tarantella." Then she began to bang the little drawers open and shut, looking into each of them. The noise startled Big Anthony, who was sitting just outside, gazing at the moon. "What is Stregononia doing?" he asked himself, peeking through a crack in the door. "Looks like he's spying on her." "Aha, here it is," said Stregononia, holding up a tiny golden ring. "I haven't used this in years." She slipped the ring on the first finger of her right hand, and then she began to sing. "Oh, little band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot." There was a puff of smoke, and instead of Stregononia, there stood a beautiful lady in elegant clothes. Big Anthony could hardly believe his eyes. Secretly, Big Anthony followed the beautiful lady all the way to the village square. And there he watched her dance the tarantella all night long. We know who that really is. When the dance was over, Big Anthony followed her back to Stregononia's house. There the lady sang, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again." Then she slipped the ring off her finger. With a puff of smoke, there was Stregononia. "Oh," whispered Big Anthony, "if only I could get that ring, I would be the most handsomest man in all of Calabria, and all the village ladies would want to dance with me." Ooh, here he is. I can tell his eyebrows. He is thinking, and he is conniving something not so grand. Ooh, Big Anthony. Better watch yourself. Big Anthony decided to wait for his chance, which came the very next morning, after Bambilonia brought the bread. "Anthony, I must go visit my godchildren," said Stregononia. "Now that it's Eastertide, be good, Ragazzo. I don't know. Ragazzo. It's a Spanish word. Ragazzoso. Hold on. Sometimes there's a spot where it'll tell you how to say the Spanish words. I do not see it. Stay out of trouble. Do your chores and don't drag your feet. Sí, yes, Draganonia, said Big Anthony. I can tell. I know what he is up to just by looking at this picture. That illustrator did a great job of predicting and showing exactly what the words are going to tell. All day long, Big Anthony waited. Finally, when the sun went down, he ran inside and rummaged through the drawers of Stregononia's magic cupboard until he found the tiny golden ring. He pushed it on the first finger of his right hand as far as it would go, and then he sang, "Oh, little band, my golden ring, listen to the song I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot." There was a puff of smoke. Big Anthony rushed to the mirror and looked. The face looking back at him was certainly not his own. There stood a handsome Big Anthony in elegant clothes. "Ah," shouted handsome Big Anthony, "and now for a little nightlife." When he strolled into the village, everyone was dancing the tarantella in the middle of the square. In a second, handsome Big Anthony was surrounded by all the ladies there, young and old, fat and thin, pretty and not so pretty. They had never seen such a handsome man in all their lives. "Come, dance with me," each of them cried, pulling at his arms. I guess that magic worked for Big Anthony, huh? Round and round they went, dancing the tarantella. So this is the little nightlife, thought handsome Big Anthony happily. Look at all of the men's faces. The women are very pleased, the men not so much. After several hours, handsome Big Anthony was beginning to get a little tired, but the ladies wouldn't let him stop dancing. "Caro," they cried, "dance with me. Me, Caro next." They began to push and shove. They pushed and shoved so much that at last, handsome Big Anthony got scared. "Un momento, just a minute, let me catch my breath," he cried. Oh, I can still see he's got this magic ring on his finger. The girls are coming after him. He just wants to stop. But the pushing and shoving and grabbing and kissing only went on more, and handsome Big Anthony began to run. The ladies began to run too, after him. Handsome Big Anthony stopped and sang, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane. Turn me back to me again, please." Then he tried to take the ring off, but it stuck fast. "Mamma mia," he cried, "what am I going to do?" That sounds like a big problem. This plot is having the problem. Past the fountain, past the priests, pastors and sisters of the convent on the way to their prayers, he ran. Out through the gate, past the goats, into the countryside. Me, dance with me, amor," cried the ladies close behind. All the ladies want Big Anthony and him and his handsome self. Handsome Big Anthony continued to run. Again he sang the song. Although he was out of breath, again he tugged at the ring, but it wouldn't budge. At last he climbed a cypress tree up to the very top. Now he had nowhere to go. "Help! Save me! Help!" he cried. But he sang some more and tugged some more, but it did no good. The ladies reached the tree and shook it hard. Shook and shook and shook it. "Come down, you handsome devil, you. Dance with us more. With Maria, Conquera, Clorinda, Rosana, Teresa, Francesca, Clotilda," they cried. Finally, they shook the tree so hard that handsome Big Anthony lost his grip and flew into the air. "Oh no!" he cried. "Now they'll get me for sure!" He landed on his handsome big nose right in front of a little house, Stregononia's house. And Stregononia was home from her visit. It didn't take her the time to blow 3 kisses to see what had happened. "Anthony," she said, "where did you get my magic ring?" "Oh, Stregononia, help me, please. I only wanted a little fun, just a little nightlife. I sang the song, but the ring is stuck. What am I to do? Here they come! They're after me. Please make me me again." Stregononia opened a flagon of olive oil and rubbed some on his finger. "Now," she said, "sing!" Handsome Big Anthony loudly sang, "Oh, shiny band, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, turn me back to me again." The ring slipped off his finger, and when the puff of smoke had cleared, there sat plain Big Anthony. "Where is he? Oh, where did he go? Where's that handsome devil?" cried the ladies from the village. "There's no one here, as you can see, but me and Big Anthony," said Stregononia, calling. Wait for us!" The ladies rushed away, and soon they were out of sight. "Oh, Anthony," said Stregononia, "you will never learn." "Stregononia, you saved my life. Never again, I promise, never will I touch your magic," cried Big Anthony. "Never mind, Big Anthony," said Stregononia with a smile. "There are other kinds of magic in the spring."